and welcome to my knitting podcast. This is episode 31, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm Marleen and I'm coming to you from the Netherlands, so hence my Dutch English. And today I will especially talk about mainly knitting. I also crochet and I do a bit of sewing. And I am already sewing a new summer dress again, so probably I will show you next episode. I hope I can record it the next week. Yes, well, I would love to talk about everything that I did as well. Yesterday it was King's Day. It's a special holiday in the Netherlands, and we celebrated with something like I don't know. It's like the king has his birthday then, and we all sell stuff that we want to sell. It's like an open air thrift store, something like that. Yesterday I went with my daughters and my husband, and we I was amazed about things that I could get sold, because otherwise I wanted to just donate it to the thrift store for nothing. But eventually, it was really much fun. The children sold things and then they bought things again from the money. So we didn't really earn money, but they had a lovely day. And the first part was raining a little bit, and I made some footage, so I will put it in at the end of the video. Eventually around 10 or 11 o'clock, because we were there pretty early, around 7, but around 11 or 10 o'clock the sun shone again. The sun started shining again. I think that's a better sentence. And we had a lovely day, and then it got really crowded. I didn't take a video about that, but it was really much fun and a good day. But I will start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this is the Novice cardigan from Petite Knits, and the camisole, the Remi camisole, from Kadri. I talked about the Novice cardigan a lot. I knitted in size, I'm checking my book. In size, I didn't write, medium. Yeah, I was doubting about the S size, but I made the medium, but I didn't make the yoke, as you call it, too long. So yeah, I started separating for the sleeves earlier. And I knitted up in Snefneuk together with Kremke Silky Kit. Snefneuk is the color 73010. And for the Kremke Silky Kit, it's the color 58. And it's knitted on a 6 and 7 millimeter needle. Yes, and I'm still very happy with it. And even so, for now, today, it's not very warm, but not too cold. And then it's really nice to even wear it on your skin. So yeah, it's even though the Snefneuk is, I think, it's 55% alpaca, and I think 45% fine merino. Okay, I didn't know that. And the Silky Kit is mohair together with silk. So 70% mohair, 30% silk. And I'm very happy with it. I still need to put on some buttons. But maybe I will do that this week. Yeah, it's a good time for it now. After how many years I finished? After 2 years, it's time for buttons. And I'm wearing the Remi camisole by Kadri. I made it in June 2023. And I knitted up in the size 2. And I used BC Bio Balance and the color Rust. And you knit it on recommended this 3.75 millimeter needle, but I knitted it on a 3.5 millimeter needle to get the right gauge. And you knit it top down, yeah. and I used in total 100 grams. So you can knit it. I think the BC Bio Balance, I'm not sure, is fingering weight. So you can use 1 skein fingering weight yarn. Most times that's 100 grams. And you can knit this. Yeah, nice. I always like that you can 1 skein and it's a camisole. But it's like this. Yeah, very nice. I'm very happy with it. I like the color as well. And I like actually this time of year that it's spring, but it's still sometimes cold or rainy. I like it very much to of course this is, I don't know, actually BC Bio Balance. Is it actually wool or is it cotton? Oh yes, organic wool. Yeah. And organic cotton. So it's 50-50. But I like that because then you still have the little bit of warmth of wool, and then also you can put on a woolen layer and you're really fine. It's really warm enough. Yeah. So what I've been knitting. So I knit a lot of things right now, but I thought I will just split it up in like 3 items that I will discuss every time, because otherwise it will be a very, very long episode and I don't want to do that to you and me. Also because my mother usually takes care of the children like 2 days a week after school, and then I can work. But now she's to Greece together with her husband, and they're staying like for 2.5 months there. So now I take care of the children every afternoon after school, and so I don't have any time to record. Normally I do that around that time, so after they are picked up. Now it's also a holiday, so we call it a May holiday in May. So they have 2 weeks off. So I need to, get up early to work a couple of hours, and then I have the children, and maybe in the afternoon I can work an hour with them, and I have to work in the evening as well. So it's like spread it out. I won't have any time to record. I need to be very, very creative. So now in the weekends, today it's Sunday. Whole story about recording, but so you know a little bit. So that's why I also in an hour we're going to the beach. We live very near by the beach, so I got a chance to record now. Children are downstairs with my husband, and then I can go to the beach with them. So what I'm making, this is the Rove Cardigan by, I always forget her name, Heidi May, and she's called the Velvet Acorn at Instagram. And this is the Rove Cardigan, but the Rove Cardigan is actually in, this is stockinette, and the other garter stitch. So, but I wanted to make it in a stockinette version, and I'm quite, I did some little progress, but now today I wanted to show you because my daughter fitted it, and actually it's already long enough. So she wants a little bit a cropped version for in the summer. And she wants that I already started ribbing now, so there will be 12 rows of ribbing. And then also 12 rows of white ribbing here. And then she wants the border actually to have this color. So I can make the bottom band and also the neckline with that. Let me just show you or tell you which size and which needle. Let me see, it's 4.5 millimeter needle. I knit it on the Pima cotton from We Are Knitters, and I'm knitting a size 9 to 10 years. And of course, because of the stockinette and not a garter, I needed to pay attention. But actually, I made the in the pattern they advise to do the raglan, and then keep on knitting straight in stockinette until you reach a certain amount of inches. And I thought, oh, I don't like it. I really love it that the raglan continues and doesn't stop. So, but eventually it worked out. I got the right inches with the amount of increases that I had to do. So yeah, I love this. Yeah, so I hope it will be finished next week and she can wear it. That would be lovely because I think these colors are really so fresh and spring-like. So I would love to see her wearing this in spring. And I'm going to make another one for my smallest daughter as well. She's 5 years old. And she saw it and she said, yes, I would love to have one too. So I'm going to make her one as well. And then they can go twinning. Twinning is winning, I always say. Yeah, and it's very, the Pima cotton, I think it's such a nice and airy kind of cotton and very soft. And yeah, I really love it. It's very beautiful. Also, I think with lace, I made some tops with it in lace as well. Yeah, so it's very nice. Funny, I'm thinking now I could also make an episode of all the summer tops that I made. Yeah. If you are interested in that, let me know. Then I will think about making an episode with all the tops I made, especially also with the Pima cotton, of course, but also with different yarns. So let me know if you're interested. Then the second one, I started actually a new project. I invited another one for my cast-on party. I had somebody asked me, what is a cast-on party? It's actually everything that you have in your mind, that the most beautiful project that you already want to make a long time and you already have the yarn for it and it's just waiting there. And I just thought, no, I want to get it out of my head and put it on the needles. So that's my cast-on party. And a while ago, I already invited the love top letter. And I will put in a picture of it, the love top letter, from Kuto Fakika. But I chose a color yarn that I was really doubting about. So I say it kept on hibernating. And I also thought, well, I'm not going to discuss it in any videos that I make. But yeah, eventually it's such a nice pattern to make. So I thought, Marleen, you already have the yarn. And probably when you're because I was a little bit afraid of the color being a little bit more, I say, pale or making me too white. But in the summer, of course, you get a little bit of a tan. So I thought, yeah, Marleen, stop worrying about it and just finish it or continue working on it. So I'm in the middle of a row, as usual. But this is it. I'm already working on the front. So the back is finished. And now you can see a little bit where I'm doubting about. You see the color, it's a little bit, yeah, pale. Do you say pale? It bleaches me out. No, it bleaches with chloride, Marleen. Yeah, it's in Dutch you would say het maakt je bleek. And bleek, it's the same word we use for bleach, so for chloride actually. Yeah, well, so, but I think because I picked the same color Kutafakika used, and she was very tanned on the picture, and I thought, yeah, when I'm a little bit more tanned, maybe it looks also as nice as on the picture of Kutafakika. I don't know her real name, actually. Oh, Veronica Lindberg. It's nice to have the pattern in front of you. You can see it. But look at that. Oh, I love the pattern. It's such a variety of all the lace and all the different things that are happening. It's really, really nice. So beautiful. But first things first, I will tell you as well the size that I'm making. Because I think I made it in a size L. Let's see where it is. Yeah, so it's made in a size L. And I use line as a I say yarn from Sandnes Garn, and it's 100% linen, I think. No, it's linen with viscose and another one. I will put it on there as well. And you can see as well on Ravelry, I actually write down everything about this project. So if you're interested, look at my Ravelry page with projects. And I started, I bought 5 yarn balls, skeins. Are there skeins as well? If they have this shape, I don't know if that's skeins as well or they're balls. Yeah. And you knit it on a 3.0 millimeter needle. And yeah, looking forward to it. I also bought a greenish minty color. So I'm looking forward to that color as well. So when this one is finished, I can start at that one. And this is a difficult project, I think, because you need to pay attention what you're doing. So, but Veronica, she has a very beautiful and very nice and clear video on YouTube. So if you're doubting about the lace or you think, oh, it's difficult, watch the video first, and then you can really say if it's something for you to make or not. Yeah, so that's this one, I think. And I'm just knitting on it in the evening, so not around with the children. I like stockinette when I'm with the children because that's more easier, and I don't need to pay attention what I'm doing. Oh yeah, and the only thing, no, that's explained as well in the video. Well, so I mean, when you're doing one side, so this part especially, you need to do also the decreases, I'm sorry, at the purl side, and then you need to pay attention how to purl, but she explains it very well. Yeah, so that's it. And I didn't do any adjustments. I just followed the pattern as it is. I'm very, very happy with it. Then I don't know why, but it tends to be my go-to project these days. And sometimes you really need to have that, that you really feel satisfied, or is satisfied the name? No, content with the thing that you're making. And it's yeah, you really need, I need as, Marleen, what are you going to say? I really need a project that gives me that feeling, I say, after, for example, a long day of work with and you cycle back home and it's raining and windy, and then you come home and you like to sit down with a cup of tea on the couch. And this is then for me the knitting work that I pick up and just feel good and just make stuff. And yeah. So, but this is, I already talked about this one a lot, but I just thought I will show you the progress that I'm making. This is the Sweet Shop blanket from Laura Penrose. And from Penrose Knit, she's called, actually, I think, on Instagram. And I'm, quite far already, I think. This one really grows on the needles, and my Northeasterly blanket and my Woodland Ripple blanket, they're of course fingering weight yarn and they don't grow that much, but this one is really, I don't know, flying off the needles. Before I know it, I already have another square finished, and I want to start with the other one. This yarn from Manos de Uruguay, it's alpaca heather. It was gifted to me from Edna a while ago, and I first made a sweater of it, but I frocked it, so I ripped it out. Yeah, I don't know if that's a knitting term, frogging, but well, I ripped it out, and also this one, and also this color, and yeah, I thought it has to be a blanket, that alpaca. And I'm so happy with it because the last couple of days in the Netherlands it was quite cold in the evening. And now I could lie under it, so and making it. It's so nice. I really was looking forward of doing that with a blanket, that you're sitting on the couch and already warm while making it. Yeah. So what I did is I made 16 squares first, and then one of the yarn balls of this one was finished, and I still have 4 of them. So I calculated that I could make 72 squares, no, 75 squares, I think. Yeah, just to be sure, so 75, because I thought, well, 15, then I also maybe have enough to make the edge of it. So now I'm making 8 rows, 8 squares underneath, and then 9 squares, it will be long. So this is actually the width of it. And so, yeah, actually it's going very well. And the main reason I wanted to make this is that it will be a play blanket for the children. So that's why I thought, yeah, there has to be also a little bit more pink and a little bit more light blue as well, because otherwise I don't think that they, yeah, of course they will enjoy it, but then it will be very dark and earthy tones colors. And this is the Vilcolana Pernilla. And I heard, because I went to Trollewol, it's a shop in the Netherlands, a yarn store, and they said that they get it out of their assortiment, their yarn storage to sell. I don't know in the Dutch, for the English name, because they don't really, there's not clarity from Vilcolana where the yarn comes from. So if the sheeps are treated well. So I was a little bit shocked because I thought that, yeah, it was. But yeah, so I'm very curious. If somebody of you knows something about it, I would love to hear, because I don't know, when I heard that, I thought, oh, it gives a different tone to my blanket, because I use a lot of Vilcolana yarn now in the blanket. So yeah. But yeah, I also think that throwing away yarn is more sadder to do. So I'm just going to continue, of course, and finish it. And at least the yarn will be used very well for the children and for me when I'm cold. Yeah, but look at that. Oh, I'm so happy with it. Makes me really, really happy, this blanket. I do need to put away all the yarn ends, so I only did this part, but I still need to do, when I'm finished with these 3 squares, I need to weave in the ends of 10 intersections. But yeah, they will be fine. I think I will use a Sunday for that. Sunday mornings are always very nice to weave in yarns, because then the children are, I don't know, most times we don't have anything planned on Sunday morning. So that's nice. But that's it. So this one, I will just continue as it goes. And I hope to finish at least the cardigan for my daughter, so I can cast on the second one for my youngest daughter. Yeah, and this week the children are off from school. So yeah, I hope the sun will shine a little bit more, or at least that it's not windy or rainy, so we can go to the beach more often, because that's actually what we really love to do. And yeah, I hope you had a nice time knitting while watching, or had something nice to drink. I need to say that in the beginning, actually. Then you can because I like that most of the times, that I get reminded before I start on a nice knitting podcast, that I'm reminded to take care of myself. And then I always pause the video and grab some tea or something nice to drink. But I need to think about that the next time I start a video. And yes, I hope that you had a nice time watching this video. I wish you a good day, a good evening, and a good night. And I hope to see you next week. Bye!